Well, this is the all-new Mini Cooper S Convertible, and if you want a car review about value for money, fuel economy, as well as practicality, you should tune in some other time, because today is all about iconic looks, all about style, and all about keen, happy drivers. Yes, this is a great car for keen drivers, but we'll talk about that later. Let's start with the review by talking about the interiors and, of course, that brilliant cabin which has that circular theme just like the exterior. But before that, let me just take a quick selfie with the car. You can, of course, follow me on Instagram. My handle is ashishmasi1. You can also follow the team at Autoportal_India for a lot of cool car-related stuff. Let's now start with this review by jumping inside the cabin. Well, if you've been following my reviews for the last 5 years, then you of course will be knowing by now that headroom is very important to me, as is practicality. Now, in terms of practicality, this car isn't great. You of course get 2 cup holders over here, but they aren't very deep, and the door bins are quite useless to house any bottles in them. But in terms of headroom, it is massive. You have acres of it. If you're 6 foot, 7 foot, even 10 feet tall, you shouldn't have any issues at all. But jokes apart, let's be a little serious for a while, which is something that I can't really do. But in terms of the design, it's a nice and circular design. It's a very iconic, very youthful and very cool looking design. There's a toggle switch over here for the start stop button, and the other main features also use toggle switches here, which are very cool to look at. The switch quality is very good. The overall ambience inside the car is really cool, and you of course get circular theme for the gauges as well, and the gauges move with the steering wheel when you adjust it for its rake, and that is something which is really very nice and very cool. And the seats themselves are excellent in terms of comfort, and you get excellent side bolstering as well. The support for the low back is good. Another great feature is, if you're very tall and have lanky legs, that you can move out this little cushion over here to support the under thigh part of your feet. So excellent ambience inside the cabin, but it is a 2-seater, 2+2 really, because you can only have 2 kids at the back. Having adults at the back will mean that your friendship or your relationship with them could seriously be in jeopardy. Now, this car of course comes with a host of features, and one of the better features in this car, and more thoughtful features, is of course wireless charging for your mobile phone. But unfortunately, if you have an old and outdated iPhone 7 like mine, it won't charge. It will of course need that cable, so it really is not that great. The phone, the car is simply brilliant. Well, so as I told you at the start of this video, don't expect too much practicality in today's video review. And in terms of practicality, the boot of this car is around 200 odd liters, and that's as much space as this box and a small laptop bag. Yes, this box will slide into it quite easily, or something of the same size. And after that, you still get a little bit of space to put in a laptop bag and maybe a signature blanket on top of it for the winters. And this little latch over here can only accommodate about 80 kgs, which means that I can't sit on it because I am a little overweight. Well, so the Cooper Convertible comes with a 2-liter petrol engine, which makes about 190 bhp of power, and I have to say that power and performance is absolutely first rate. You won't be left wanting for more. The gearbox here is a 6-speed automatic, and it has plenty of performance and really aids this engine very well. In fact, if you use these paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, you will really feel very happy and joyous. What also adds to the overall driving experience is this steering wheel. It's a very direct steering wheel. There's absolutely no bit of fat in it, and what I'm trying to say is that it's very lean. It really does tell you exactly what the tires are doing. It's very communicative, and in fact, this car truly does feel like you are driving a go-kart on a track. The responses are so crisp and so sharp, and even at the turn of the slightest on the steering wheel, this car will move. What you'll also like, and what buyers will also like, is the firmed up suspension. Now, it's something that people who look for practicality and comfort will not really appreciate, but people who enjoy driving will really like the firm suspension of the Cooper S Convertible, because it really does have a sense of engagement. There's absolutely no body lean when you push this car into those tight bends, and if you enjoy taking your car up the hills, if you live around Delhi and want to go up to Shimla or places beyond that, or if you live in Mumbai and decide to go up to Lonavala or places like that, then this car will really put a very cheery smile on your face, because there's no body lean, the steering wheel is really nice, the tires are very grippy, and the brakes also are superb, and the handling really is sublime on this car. Yes, it is brilliant. And what's more, you also get a nice exhaust note at the back. You get nice burble of exhaust when you start off this car, and when you're changing gears, there's Diwali firecrackers which burst at the back. There's those patakas which burst. They're tiny ones, but they add to the sense of occasion, just like this. Now, if you of course are driving around in the winters like I am here in Delhi, and you want to put the roof up, then all you need to do is drive this car at a sedate speed. You can keep it below 40 kph, and the roof will come up quite easily and quite nicely. It doesn't take too long, as you can see. It is quite a nice and smooth action, and this is something that buyers will also appreciate, because if you're driving in Delhi or around Delhi, then any time you can have a dose of pollution thrown at you from that DTC bus, and of course you would want a quick roof action to save you from that polluting bus up ahead. So that's something that buyers who live around Delhi or NCR will truly appreciate. Now, one thing that the Mini convertible doesn't do really well is its insulation. Yes, there's a lot of noise which comes out from the road up ahead, because the cabin isn't insulated. This of course is made of cloth, so it is good fabric and solid fabric, but even then it isn't the best in terms of insulation. You can hear the chatter of the lady on the bike next to you, and she's calling up her husband and yelling because he's not got the right kind of gajar matar at home. So you can hear all those noises, and that's something that maybe could have been improved on this car. But apart from that, that's my only bit of negative about this car. Apart from that, it is a phenomenal package. It's a great package, and it's a fun package, as I said. Of course, if you are lucky enough to have this kind of cash lying around, you should definitely go for it. It has brilliant handling, it has a fantastic engine, it has loads of character, and it just puts a smile on your face. And of course, it has great legacy as well. So overall, out of a score of 100, I would give the Mini Cooper S Convertible a very strong 89, and it is also an Instagram magnet. So if you are someone who wants to really quicken up his Instagram feed, or really have a lot of people following you, then don't pay that marketing person, don't push your money onto Instagram. Buy this car and you'll be more than happy. Of course, that's a joke. So if you are lucky enough to have this kind of cash lying around, which is approximately 40 lakh rupees, then this is the ultimate car to look cool, to look stylish, and to look very different and very unique on the road. Remember, Mini also has a lot of heritage as well as legacy. So you're not only just buying a piece of automobile, but you're also buying a piece of automobile history, if you of course are lucky enough to have this kind of cash. And if you are, then go ahead and buy this car with your eyes closed, because it is a whole load of fun. It's bye for now, and hope to see you soon. So if you are lucky enough to have this kind of cash lying around, which is approximately 40 lakh rupees, then this is the ultimate car to look cool, to look stylish, and to look very different and very unique on the road. Remember, Mini also has a lot of heritage as well as legacy. So you're not only just buying a piece of automobile, but you're also buying a piece of automobile history, if you of course are lucky enough to have this kind of cash. And if you are, then go ahead and buy this car with your eyes closed, because it is a whole load of fun. It's bye for now, and hope to see you soon.